Good morning. Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning.
All right. All right. Yes. Making the connections and networking. Going and see the people who live close by. Rome, Baltimore's own. That's what I look for, the wave. Okay. That's what I look for, y'all. I look for that wave. Oh, glad to have y'all on. Okay. Mr. Field was telling me how, and Adrian told me last night, y'all. And Mr. Field was telling me this morning how wonderful a job Miss Sandra and Miss Yolanda did last night on the Bureau keynotes. Woo! Right. So excited for
We
them.
missed you, Grace.
Yes, ma'am. I am going to go back.
I'm not used to that.
Yes, ma'am. I'm going to go back and listen to the replay. I had rehearsal on last night, so and you know when you're rehearsal and it's a new song, you're gonna be there for a while, and that's what we were. Yeah, we was there.
No doubt, because the tempo got to be right.
Oh, well, good deal. All right. There's the band of the hour.
Yes, I am here. Thank y'all all so much. I want to set up a few things. I want to pull up a few screens and stuff. And I used to be part of 4 choirs back in the day, Grace, and that was work. Well, you know, the youth choir was full of 30-year-olds, 40-year-olds, because church was small. You understand how it goes. Queen Chief, go ahead, give it to me.
Before we get started today, I just need to share something. So, when I was on the flight on my way home yesterday, I just bust out into tears, y'all, because I am so grateful and honored to be in the community with you guys. Like, y'all don't know how much impact y'all love, support has had.
You need to put your camera on and say all this here.
I'm walking through the airport. Okay.
Yeah.
So, it threw me out. Anyway, I got sunglasses on. You don't see these tears there, but you might. I don't know. Anyway, from just listening to, showing up to listen to me practice my TEDx speech and give me your feedback multiple times, your words of encouragement, your text messages. I forgot to call Mr. Field when he told me to contact him about my opening, my intro. He made sure he called me to make sure that got taken care of, and I was on point for that. Thank you so much, Mr. Field. Thank you so much, community, for showing up for me. Thank you to my coach, my mentor, Antonio. He sat with me, helped me structure my talk, helped me pull out my ideas in a complete way, made sure that my speech was in alignment with the way TEDx wanted it to go, made sure that I practiced and had it down pat. And so I thank you for that. And when I was there at TEDx, because of the flight situations that are going on, my family and friends that were supposed to come with me couldn't come. So I had to go to New Jersey by myself. And I wasn't like overly sad, but like in the depths, I was like a little disappointed that I didn't have, the people that I love in the audience. And my best friend sent me, like right before I went up, she sent me, okay, go to tears. She sent me the screenshots of you guys going crazy in that Zoom room when they was asking y'all who y'all was there for, who y'all was supporting. And when I was on the stage, I was dropping the hearts and the fireballs and the diamonds. That made so much of an impact and so much of a difference. And so I just want to say thank y'all. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate y'all for real. I love y'all for real.
Woo! Yay! We love you. We were cheering for you. All for you. You are
Dude, you
you are
were
so worthy.
fantastic too. It was amazing.
It was amazing. I'm so glad. And
Queen,
I
you rock.
so yes, I coerced you into cutting your camera on because Oprah wanted that close-up moment. Just so grateful. Yes, yes, yes. This is how you get into the garden. You put the tears on the screen. We are so pleased. Anything else you want to say? Because this is fun. This is
Yeah, like
good.
so because of that, it's like opening up other opportunities. I'm headed to Europe to Mind Valley University and to the Super Coach event. And so Mind Valley opened up 70 slots for us to be able to do for us to be able to speak on the stage. So I was able to pitch Mind Valley my TEDx talk, but I pitched it as a workshop. So I'm waiting to hear back from them. And we can host our own private event. So whether they choose me or not, I'm still going to host a private workshop regardless. So they still going to get all this gratitude right over here of the Miss Europe. So I thank y'all.
No, we thank you. You thank you. Come on, y'all. Let me get my clap for one more time, please. Yes.
Yes. Woo!
Yes.
Loving you
Yes.
always.
Love you more.
Yes.
That's what we
It
need.
sounds like you was personally coached by Antonio T. Smith Jr., which is very rare. Very rare. That's what it sounds like. Yes. And your life is all of a sudden taking a trajectory that I told you would happen. Interesting. How is this helping? And I'm not saying it because I'm so great. I'm saying on a different reason. I'm saying there is a formula to success. See, success has a real deal formula. It is easy to be successful. It is hard to maintain success. Easy to be successful. And most people don't know that. Success has a real deal formula. It's easy. If you are successful, it means by intent or accident, you are in harmony with what we have called the laws of success. It's that simple. If you are not successful, whatever that means to you, you know what you're not and what you are. It means you are in disharmony with what we call the laws of success. Therefore, all reasonable people should be finding out what are the laws of success.
Wow,
That's
Bishop.
simple.
Wow.
It really is. Yes.
Greetings, Bishop.
Yes. Greetings. Go ahead.
Just a quick question. So, by Renee doing what she's doing, and I'm coming along with the book and Assembly of Wonders, I consider that success. Where
Indeed.
I didn't have success. All I had was spirit. All that, all that. The Holy Ghost and all of that and preaching. But and I don't have nothing against that. But what I'm saying is that success in the spirit world, but in the natural world, for me, this is success to where I never had success.
Amen. Understood. I completely understand. In fact, we're going to put a small pin in that. We're coming right back to that. Let me get Phil, because I know he's right on topic with this here. Go ahead, Phil.
Well, another way to say it is success leaves clues.
Facts. Big facts. Big facts. And that's, and that is what we were discussing I don't know, 2 days ago about emulating successful people. Their success has clues, and you can follow those clues and emulate that. That's a beautiful shirt, Law. I'm gonna need that when you come to Texas. I'm gonna need that ASAP. Go ahead, Jerome.
Steve, how you doing, Steve? What's
Yes,
up? What's
yes.
up?
Yes, Steve is.
Long time no see.
That's it. Steve is ATS royalty. ATS royalty for sure.
Yes.
Yes, ATS royalty. Well, you know, around here you never leave. You just handle life. You know, that fake world out there gets in the way. You know, this is the real world. That fake world out there gets in the way, and we come back.
Well, I'm hoping to get back in.
If you, no, you're in. No, you're completely in. All is well. Where you at, Queen Chi? Probably going through TSA, getting what's that law in New York? Stop and frisk. Is that what's happening? Are you on the flight right now? Well, no, you're not on the flight.
No.
Okay, do me a favor and repeat. You can do it without the tears, but if you get me the tears, I will take them. I will take them. I will
The
take
moment
them
is
for
over.
sure. But you know what? We had some late stragglers in, and I want them to hear what you said because I have something to say. Go ahead. You know, as short as you want, as long as you want. You got it. Talk about your breakthrough and success, all the stuff.
Okay. So I was talking
You share it.
about I was talking about the success of my TEDx talk. So I just wanted to thank the community because you guys really showed up for me. From listening to me practice the TEDx talk to Mr. Phil, like making sure he called me when I did call him, to make sure that my intro was right, to Antonio sitting down with me and helping me to formulate and structure my speech, pulling out all the stuff I needed to say in the flow that I needed to say it in so that it was according to the TEDx guidelines, to the actual day of the event. I was a little just not discouraged, but a little sad a little bit because my family and friends couldn't come because of what's going on with the flights and stuff and the airlines. So I was there alone. But when my friends started screenshotting me the images of you guys' comments, of you guys' support, your excitement that was going on in that Zoom room on my behalf, it just took it to another level. And I'm so appreciative. I love y'all so much, more than you'll ever know. And your lives really do make a difference in my universe. So I appreciate you guys being a part of me.
Can I tell you something?
Love you, Queen Chi.
Love you more.
I want to
Yes,
tell
ma'am.
you. I want to tell you that I was at work that day and I was having a serious hard time. Everything was trying to block me from getting to hear you, from having to have to do some extra stuff that I didn't think I was going to have to do at the job, and even trying to redirect some different things that was going on. And it was just crazy. My phone was acting up. It was trying not to let me in. And I was like, oh, the devil is a lie. I got on the phone and contacted Grace. My Grace is, she helped me get through there. I was like, oh my God, this is just crazy. But I was so happy I got to get there and hear you. And you always, you never fail to bless my soul. You bless my soul. You did a phenomenal job. We were so proud of you. I just couldn't get to hit those buttons fast enough. It wasn't enough for me. I was so I want you to know that I'm so honored and privileged to be in a family that has you in it. I love you.
Good stuff.
Thank
Good
you.
stuff.
I love you more. Oh,
Yes.
I got to shout out my boy Law. So I was supposed to be flying into LaGuardia because all this flight, I kept switching y'all back and forth, LaGuardia, Newark. Anyway, and Law was gonna even come. I don't know what he had to do that day, but he was gonna change up his schedule just to come have lunch with me before I headed out to Newark. So I want to leave him out too. Thank you, Law. We still gonna make it happen though. Next time.
Yes, love you, love you.
Love you, boy.
Yes, absolutely. That's what it's about too. I tell you, if you got a strong community, you really can't be stopped. Queen T, let me ask you a few questions because I want to. In a second, I'm going to say 3 more people. You can have that grant information. It's still $99. After 3 more people, I'm shutting it down because I didn't want to give it away anyway. Yeah, I didn't want to give it away anyway. So 3 more people, but I want to show you something. Queen T, how long have you been receiving one-on-one coaching with me?
About a year and a half.
Okay, right after Adonia, you came. And did you agree with everything I told you to do?
No, I can't stand your guts. I love you though.
Have you? Yes. Have you ever agreed the first time when I told you to do something?
No.
Exactly. Okay. I need y'all to hear this. I need you to hear this. I've coached in the last, 5 years. I've coached 2 people, Adonia and Queen Chi, and they are both, Adonia been wealthy, but you understand. Queen Chi, when you first got here, was your business together?
No, we was all over the place.
And I don't know if y'all remember, she said, I got to throw my whole business away after what you just said. Right? She threw the whole thing away and she started creating something new. I don't know if y'all remember that. She created something new. What, if you could, in a few sentences, or however you want to do it, explain to them what I so relate to you, Queen. Yeah, and now you hated everything I said.
He be right, y'all, but he be doing too much. As Express Grace like to say, you be right, but you be doing too much.
That's about right. That sounds like my personality, so that makes sense. That's on brand. That's it. What you really said was he right, he on brand, y'all. That's all I heard. That's all I heard. Now, Queen Chi, in a few words, if you could, in your best way, explain to them how did we take you from a year and a half to my business is making no money. I don't even like the customers I have. I got to throw the whole thing away to TED Talk, now Mind Valley, now international flights, and you are a real deal, bona fide personality influencer with a brand so tough that you can charge now $15,000 a speaking engagement. What would you say that I said to you, did to you, or pointed to you? Go ahead, please. Because this actually, hold on, before you go, because I want to show them something. Because I have already pulled up Bob Proctor for y'all already. I had it before the call. So we were going to talk about something, but go ahead. You go ahead now, please. What did I do?
Okay, so we started with mindset stuff. And he put me on the no corrections journey experience for a year. And that began to shift and break and ahas and realizations. And I thought I was so great, but I found out I sucked. And just going through that personal development process. Then from there, we did the 90-day spiritual boot camp. Oh my gosh. So that process dealt with my emotions because I had this long suffering, hatred situation for my daddy, for men, all this different that was going on. And he had been saying from the beginning, from his parental experiences that, he forget him, he loved him, because he don't get to judge them now or ever. And that, they were supposed to leave him in the trash can. I'm like, that sounds good and all, but whatever, right? And so I had to get to that point in myself to where I was like, for real though, if I was them and I lived their lives, I would have made all the exact same decisions they made. And so I really can't judge them. And just like I want all this grace and mercy when I, do something, I feel like I deserve it because I know my intentions, intentions are trash. That I feel like everybody supposed to just be like, oh, it's okay. But we don't show that same grace and mercy to other people because we're judging their heart. So when I got that concept like really down on the inside, it was like unlock, unlock, unlock. And then I really started being in harmony with people and places, things in alignment with where I'm going, my desires, what I am destined and born for. I think this would be easier. And we had some setbacks because he'll always challenge and say other little slick stuff, and I'm like, oh, because I don't like him. I love him, but I don't like him, y'all. I don't like him.
About right.
So, because he always in my business. But anyway, he be really helping me to level up and be great. So I appreciate him because good or bad, he's always there. And when I'm always resistant first, in the past me, not the me today. In the past me, I'll always respond resistance first. Like, you don't know what you're talking about. You got me messed up, right? And then after I think about it for the month, sometimes it got shorter in the process, y'all. It took the month one time. Sometimes it took some weeks. Last time it took me overnight. I was like, okay, all right. You pissed me all the way off. All the way off. You had me messed up. But the next day I said, you know what? You're right. Okay. Let's go ahead and expand from here. And we're gonna be great, all right, out here in the world. So this journey has been an experience. But when you're open and you just want to really be the highest expression of yourself and really be in alignment with your own desires and what you were created for, and not living the facade or the conditioning of expectations placed on you by others, like so many things just quickly transform and shift and change and are drawn to you without minimal effort because you're doing the things that you're supposed to.
Yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you so much, Queen Chief. We appreciate you. You stay away from the COVID and stay away from the COVID and the herpes and all the stuff out there in the airport. I don't know what's in the airport, but it's nasty out there. You understand? All the airport stuff is disgusting. You stay well and try, because Susan don't want you eating all that processed food out there now. Okay, so make sure you stay healthy as you travel. All right.
I will.
All right, good. We love you. I'm gonna translate everything you said. She's on her way to learn, coach, and do a workshop in Estonia in Europe for Mind Valley. A year and a half ago.
Oh, yes! Woo! Yes!
Man.
Go Queen!
Wow, that's big.
That's big. That's huge. I tell everybody, in fact, and I made a mistake. It's 3 people I coached. It was all women because women typically be easier than men, I suppose. It was in this order: Adonia, and then Ashley and Chiquita. Ashley and her husband, now millionaires. Ashley's in school full time. So am I good?
You just bust poor. You was having a time, boy.
Mm-hmm. Look, it's not that I'm good. It's I understand the laws of success. So let me explain a few things for you, and I'm gonna change. I was talking about something. I was talking about securing your mortgage, and I was gonna play Bob Proctor about the law of compensation for 2 minutes, and then I was going to tell you that I need you to apply this whole time while I'm talking. So I'm going to do the same energy.
Is that still your topic, securing your mortgage?
No, it's laws of success now. Okay. If you've just joined us, we've been doing personal finances since April, and I'm doing all the way to October 30th. September 30th. And hopefully by September 30th, some of y'all will be buying an apartment complex with me, et cetera, stuff like that. This is all free. I don't get paid. So listen, 3 people only. Right now, Grace, put your Cash App, PayPal, or whatever in the chat, or whatever you want to call it. 3 people. Well, number 1, I said 3 people. Now, of course, 12 of y'all should rush through, but we're going to go. If you receive one of them grant thingies yesterday, would you unmute who looked at it? Who looked at it? Did anybody look at it? All right.
I did.
Frida, Jerome. Okay.
I
so
did. I was very
all
impressed
3 of
with
y'all.
it. Very.
Okay, very impressed with it. What about you, Otis?
I thought it was very thorough, and the categories per state were incredible. I just emailed on Teams a friend of mine, and she is a veteran female, and she lives in this state, right? I'm in Michigan, and definitely she wants to do something with that. So here's a financial opportunity, 10% that I might just grab from her.
Amen. In Jesus' name, Buddha name, Muhammad name, all their names. You hear me?
Awesome.
Get it?
Way to go,
Because
Otis. Yes.
Jerome, this is the same laws of success energy coaching Queen Chi. Jerome, what did you see?
Well, first I had to find it because it went into my spam folder. Thank you, Grace.
Fair enough.
Yeah, and I didn't get a chance to go through it, Mr. Smith, and I apologize. But I learned something else yesterday that pertained to the flow of money that superseded the grant program. When I put in my disability, I applied for aid and attendance for my spouse, and it was approved. But and I knew it was approved, but I didn't know the significance of it. And then I found out yesterday that the monthly benefit amount can be up to $2,431. I know that. So I was kind of preoccupied with that last night instead of going through the grant. Yeah,
you should have been.
I was like,
yes.
So I gotta make some.
When God
get off
sends
of this
you an
call,
extra $2,000,
that's what I'm talking about. And I gotta get off this call and find out from the VA. You approved it. Now where's my money? Didn't you say a week or so ago somebody owe me money? Somebody got
Somebody
money.
owe you money. Somebody owe you money.
So I apologize. I didn't get to go through the grant proposal, but it's on my computer now. I'm gonna go through it, but I want to take care of this today first, and then I'm gonna go back and look at your stuff.
Got you. Now let me mess with Yolanda real quick. She ain't tell us her husband was so attractive. I'm assuming that was her husband. We ain't know that he was all skinny with muscles. She ain't say all that now, you know. I guess you know how to pick up high. Yeah, I got you. Yeah. She said, I need a husband easy on the eyes, is what she say. Yes. Pay attention. 3 people, Grace. None of the money's going to me. It's all donation. Y'all sending it to Grace. Grace, you do whatever you want to do with it. I got nothing to do with that. I'll pick somebody else next month. But that's been the theme all year, right? I've been doing stuff, blessing people, and then sending it everywhere else. I'm coaching you right now. I'm telling you, do this thing. Because grant money is pretty easy to get. I know they told y'all it's hard. It's a lie. It's not true. If grant money was so hard, why are we giving out hundreds of billions of dollars of grant money a year? You're not critically thinking. And I didn't just send you the list, as Otis just said. He said it was extremely thorough because I taught you how to write the grants, section by section. This ain't my first go around. And Grace will tell you, I've spent thousands of dollars going into classes with bankers to learn how to write this and do this and do this and do this, because you have to be able to financially write things. So there's a whole different language. 3 people only. Grace, y'all hit up. Put your number out there too, Grace. It ends at 9:30. That's 1 hour. So if you don't get in by 1 hour, that's it. Because I want to give y'all something else. I plan on giving this away in July, but now I ruined it. So I need something else for July. And I need this out the way. So I'm treating this like this is the last day of the month. I need this out the way. I promise you that if you listen to what I'm saying and ask Adonia, ask Queen Chi, I promise you, if you listen to what I'm saying, a year and a half, I tell everybody this. Everybody that I coach, I say, if you give me 2 years of your life, you won't even recognize it. 2 years from now, I tell everybody the same thing, and I have yet to be wrong. This is what it is. Because success is a birthright, but they taught y'all success difficult. It is just getting in alignment with the laws of money, the laws of success. So hear me. See, y'all see Adonia? Y'all see Adonia? She said, I surrender. You might want to listen to Antonio. I'm telling y'all, listen, please. Because everything else I'm going to say for the rest of this call, consider me one-on-one coaching you, which is very rare, because I don't like coaching. I'm very good at it, but I don't like it because people aren't dedicated to themselves. And I come in 1,000,000,000% dedicated to your success. And people aren't dedicated to themselves, and it just gets on my nerves. Okay? That's me. Hear everything I'm about to say. Hopefully, this changes your life forever. Let's start with what Queen Chi said. I'll translate it. Queen Chi said, Antonio looked and saw that my vibration was off, and I saw what it was, and what I did to her was I said, stop correcting. And I put her on a year of stop correcting. She said I coached her for a year and a half. I still coach her almost every day. Year and a half. 1 year and a half ago, Jerome, she had no money, but the household had money, but she wanted money in her dreams. Y'all know what that, anybody experience that? Like, yeah, it's money coming from disability. It's money coming from this. Yeah, but I want money that flows from me. I want to leave a legacy. I want something that can't nobody tell me what to do with it. I want some real people. Is there anybody out here that can relate to that?
All facts.
Oh, all right, then. Okay.
Without any pinholes.
Right. I don't want to depend on. I don't want nobody telling me. I want my husband and my wife telling me what to do. I want.
Come on now.
What I want flowing from me. That's okay. That's where she was. And notice, she said a year and a half she's been coaching with me, but I put her on no correction for 1 year. Today, she just did a TED Talk 3 days ago. She's now catching an international flight to Mind Valley to learn, coach, and do a workshop. I drove all the way to Dallas, which I rarely do, but the TED Talk was so important. I drove all the way to Dallas. I spent 3 days with her working on that TED Talk. And not just that, Prophet Jerry. I told her this in private, Steve. I said, now listen, this TED Talk means nothing. You getting on stage means nothing, because the universe does not bless performance. I said the universe blesses your privacy in practice. And if you do not practice like a track star, I told her, I say, track stars, Olympic world-class sprinters perform for less than 10 seconds 3 times. That's what I told her. Prelims, less than 10 seconds. Semis, less than 10 seconds. Finals, it's only 8 of them, less than 10 seconds. 30 seconds is what they get rewarded for from the planet. Get on the Wheaties box for 30 seconds of performance. But for 4 years, can't drink scotch, can't smoke weed, can't do this, can't eat sugar, can't eat cheesecake. Antonio says, hey, let's go out and drink all night. I can't do it. I got to run at 2 a.m. And for 4 years, they paved the way to become Olympic world stars who will be remembered forever, to create generational wealth forever. Practice. But I told her, hear me well. Y'all out here attempting to perform, attempting to get success, and that's not how you get it. My first lesson for you, if you want to change your life in a year and a half, I want you to respect it's going to take a year and a half. Let's start there. Let's start that all real, lasting success takes a long time. There is nothing, no one that has ever had lasting success that went viral. Virality is not lasting success. That's 3 days, 7 days success. But if you don't have the system to take all that energy and put it somewhere, the vehicle, then you don't have lasting success. And we spent a year and a half creating a vehicle. She says, when it turns out, I said, so what you want to do, Queen Chi? What do you want to do? What do you want to do? She said, well, I want to be the brand. I said, well, all right, then first thing I need you to do is I need you to admit to me you want to be rich and famous, and you've been that way since you was a kid. And of course, she walks around with a crown on her damn head all day. She had no problem admitting that she wanted to be rich and famous as a kid. But I had to have her admit this, Susan, because the universe does not bless when your vibratory frequency of the mind does not match the vibratory frequency of the words. Let me try that again.
That was good. Yeah, rewind, press play.
The universe does not bless the vibratory frequency of the mind if it don't match the vibratory frequency of the words, and vice versa. They must be on one accord. This is why Donald Trump is blessed and highly favored. Don't matter if you like him. His mindset and his words are on one accord. It's that simple. Your Bible, your Torah, your Quran, I call it 11 Living Guru because I could never pronounce the Sikh Bible. They all say the same thing. Hear me well. You cannot be lukewarm and be blessed. I dare you prove me wrong.
Would you call it the vibratory something of the mind?
Vibratory frequency.
Frequency. Thank you.
Yeah, that means if Queen Chi didn't admit out loud, I want to be rich and famous and I want people to worship me. It's called adoration, is what it's called. I want to be adored. I want to be adored by other human beings. I feel good in myself. This ain't coming from no place of low self-esteem, but I'm one of those people that are wired. I want to walk around and do this, a little mayor hand. I want to wave. I want to sign autographs. And what I told her was, if we do this, you got to do all of it. You can't. That's why she started. Now, I didn't tell her to start wearing a crown every day. She translated these words, Susan, into wearing a crown every day. That had nothing to do with me.
Antonio.
Yes, sir.
Just wanted to add that if Queen Chi was being shy and ashamed or embarrassed about her need to want fame, then someone who is open and honest about it, or more open and honest about it and more proud of it, would probably deserve her spot and most likely get it. And that's why it's important, because there's always someone willing to be less shy than you about their actual desires. You know, get everything consistent.
Right, 100%. He's absolutely right. Universe likes speed. The universe also likes vibratory frequencies that match. And it's the first thing I typically have to do when I coach people. I'm telling you, there are other people that I've coached, or I'll put a pin in that. Sheila, please, go ahead. Another ATS role.
Other people you have attempted to. Other people you have attempted to coach. Yeah, because I know if someone doesn't listen to you, you don't coach them. One session and that's it. You're done.
That's it.
Excuse me,
really
Antonio. Antonio.
Yes, sir.
I just wanted to ask Grace, like, you know, she knows yesterday with the situation, I was trying to gift somebody with one of those things. I wanted to know, is that straightened out? Because I didn't receive the email.
Yes, sir. It's straightened out.
Okay, and they got the email. You sent the email to them.
Yeah, they did.
Okay, so I'll handle the other
you
end
can
of it.
You can send him the email. You can send him the email too, Grace.
Okay, we'll do.
Okay, go ahead, Sheila, please.
Hi, good morning. I just wanted to put out there how much I adore Chi Chi. Chi Chi is amazing.
Yes.
Supposed to wear a crown all the time. Hey, friend.
Hey, friend.
Oh, Lord. I forgot how they are when they get together.
And Honduras is right now. I'll be back in Honduras next week, but right now I'm in Texas. So I'll be here till the 5th. Well, I'll be in Texas till the 5th, and then I go back to Honduras for probably another month or so. But I'll be going back at least 7 days every 5 weeks, and I'm starting to take groups of people with me. Starting in September, every 5 weeks, I'm taking a group of people to Usha. So, but coming with me when she blow up on Mind Valley, after she blow up on Mind Valley. Because
there it is.
All the right people while you're there. We got a group. We're gonna put you in there. I can't wait. I can't wait to see you on Telemundo. All right.
Well, that makes sense. And YouTube is blowing up about you as well, Queen. You got Dolores, Damali over there showing you love as well.
Antonio,
yes, sir.
You are being, how can I say this? You're not giving yourself enough credit. Okay?
I'm really not. I mean, I'm doing it. Yes, go ahead.
But I
he
want to
never
say this.
does. He never does. He never gives himself enough credit.
But I want to say this for the sake of everybody on the call. Although you may have mentored some people up close and personal, you've also mentored some people from a distance. And I'm one of those people, because when I first came on, I, no different than Queen Chi, was like, I don't agree with everything he say. What? No, and I would tell you in a minute, like, stop. No, you move to that. Slow that thing down. So I had to go through my own transformation, quote unquote, from a distance. But here's the thing, and here's why I consider you a mentor, is that whenever I was in crisis mode, whenever things were crazy, I could pick up the phone and say, Antonio, and whatever you had to say and whatever you dished out, fit it to a T. It was right on the mark. It was right on the money. And then eventually I kind of went, Jerome, you have so much information here. There's so much value here that you're getting that you're not taking advantage of. but you never pushed, you never beat me up. You just kept on being Antonio. And then last year was like, Jerome, what you doing, dog? This is me talking to Jerome, like, are you out of your damn mind? And I went, oh, damn. And then I had to give you credit for that, which pissed me off, okay? But I had to get over it. But the point is that you have mentored some folks from a distance and not up close person. And that's why it took us a little longer to, to receive, yeah.
No, it's 100% facts. It's 100% facts. Let me tell you what happens with. I appreciate it. Let me tell you what happens with a lot of people. You have your Grace and Deannas who will. There's a difference between following someone and letting them lead you. Come here, wives. Let me talk to you for a second. I get on the husbands all the time. I need to talk to the wives for a moment. Just because you follow the head of the house, as you may say it, don't mean you letting that man lead you. They cut it off, Grace, today.
No, you right. You absolutely right.
Okay.
Say that one more time. I was making sure Dr. Sugar was straight.
Okay.
What'd you say?
Break that down.
There's a difference. I sure will. I got you. I got you. Just because you follow someone does not mean you let them lead you.
Facts.
What happens is you follow because you decided to at that time. They checked whatever boxes. I know you said, can the church say amen? They did whatever, or you said whatever. But here's the deal. You may fool me by following me, but your vibratory frequency says, I'm not leading you. That's why this union is not blessed. This is a big part of success. Because if you're going to follow your path, you also must let that path lead you. Here's what happens when you let someone, or when you let your path, when you let your dreams, when you let God lead you. And every person who has a problem with authority hated every time I said let. You got me messed up. I'm not letting you. Come on now, don't fool me now. That was like, it was like knives to your ears every time I said let. And don't let me say like obey. Ooh, woo, woo. Obedience. Yes.
Say that first time. Third time I was like, is he saying let? Wait.
See? That's what I'm talking about.
I use obey all the time. Put on all the seafood.
I know. How you put obey on the seafood. That's it though. Right? Look. What I'm trying to tell y'all is that when you follow something, your heart's not in it. You're doing it because you're being rewarded by society. Because we have to follow our boss so we don't get fired. You know what I'm saying? Or, it's called, there's a psychological term for this. It's called enforced obedience is what it's called. Enforced obedience. It's when you're rewarded. It's I'm mad at you, but I'm not going to shoot you like I want to because jail ain't the life for me. That's enforced obedience. Am I making some sense here? Because I do want to kill you, but I don't want to go to hell. That's enforced obedience. Is this? I'm not telling you that ain't right. I'm just telling you that ain't your heart. So what happens is, since you don't actually kill your wife, you walk around with that vibration that does. So you walk around the house with an attitude. Now she can't be comfortable. Help me, somebody. Now he can't be comfortable. You understand? Because you want to kill them vibrationally, but you have enforced obedience that won't let you do it, so it come out of your vibration. That's why there's no peace in the house. That's why she dies emotionally every day. That's why she's happy when she goes to work, but as soon as you pull out them keys and to touch that doorknob, all that oh my God, this is my torture, comes back upon her, she opens up the door and expects some way to be disappointed and abused because you have enforced gratitude, not actual gratitude. When you let something leave you, even when you don't want to, you go anyway with a good attitude. Tony Robbins calls it two different types of motivations. He calls it push and pull. Following me, that's push motivation. I'm pushing myself to follow you. Pull is, no, you don't want to work out this morning. Yes, it's cold. Yes, it's raining. Yes, you made an excuse for the next 30 minutes how you're not going to get up. Now, get yourself up anyway. You're getting pulled to work out. No, I don't want to. I'm 12 years sober from drinking. I'm not 12 years sober from drinking. That's somebody else's story, right? That's like Sugar's story, not me. I drink scotch every day. I'm 12 years sober from drinking. And sometimes you don't want to be in that, but you get pulled not to go back down that same route you used to be. There's a difference between following somebody and leading and letting that lead you. And when I coach you, I got to shift that vibration, because when you be led, all that stuff goes out the window. Jerome Bible says it this way: how can two walk together
unless they agree?
Let's stay. Okay, then. Go ahead, Grace, then Sheila.
You said when you let something lead you.
I know you said that was definitely my challenge. I understand. I get it.
When you let something lead you, even when you don't want to, you said something right after that. And I was trying to
do it anyway, and you do it with a good spirit.
That's it. Thank you.
That's the difference. That's the difference. Think about, you know how dumb we are? We got a brain and a heart, and we still drink poison, smoke poison. And then if you say, I don't do no drugs. All right. Mr. Holy, you eat that cheesecake every day, don't you? White sugar is a drug. Just because we can't see your illegal activities don't mean the system ain't made what should be illegal legal, and now you do it every day. You eating cookies every day. That's a drug. Ask your body. I promise you, more people die from diabetes than cocaine. More people die from diabetes than crack. But we sympathize with people with diabetes. We shun the crackhead. We got this all messed up. Heart failure is the #1 killer in America. Obesity. And we say, oh my God. Oh, I'm all for Lizzo being half naked. I'm so glad she can be.
And Antonio.
I'm so glad she can do it. Yes, sir.
Salt, sugar, and fat. This combination is more addictive, scientifically proven to be more addictive than cocaine and crack.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I'm so glad Lizzo walk out here half naked and she is giving y'all whatever body she got. She loves herself. I'm not allowed to use her as an excuse not to work out and claim I love myself. Those are two different things. Love whatever body you got. She don't want to work on her body because she's sexy as is. I applaud it. But what I'm not going to do, Grace, is allow you to gain weight when you told me you didn't want to.
You're right.
Success is individualized. Okay, come on, Sheena, go ahead. Okay. Are you being led to success? Because you can't follow success, and I am sorry about it. You cannot follow success. You cannot follow success. It's impossible. You would never follow me to investing. I say, hey, everybody, April, you need to invest 10%. June, yeah, I didn't do it because you were following me. You showed up to every call. You got 100% attendance. You followed. You didn't let me lead you.
All right. Okay. All right.
Okay. Right. And Adonia said that was her biggest challenge. And I get it. And it's typically nice people that have this biggest challenge. You know why it's always the nice people like Adonia and Deanna that got this challenge? Because they've been abused by some jerk like me.
Wow,
It's
Bishop.
always the case. Yeah.
You talking because when I first came and it was about different things that you were saying, and I'm like, wait a minute now, this man about money. But I kept staying, and look where I'm at. And I keep telling her, I keep telling the queen, if you just follow me and come on here, I believe God's got something for you. And I told her that for about a year, and she didn't do it. But then she finally did it, and look at what's happening.
I'm glad you said that, because you just let me put this in a Christian way so y'all can get it. And I'm gonna get Yolanda. Let me. Y'all out here. The reason why Christianity has a bad rep today, I'm not telling you Christianity is bad. I'm just saying we have represented the church and we ain't do too well. Is that fair? Is that okay? Because we just had a church victory and got rid of Roe versus Wade, by the way. I'm not sure if y'all know that. That was a church victory. But you haven't been watching TV? Life won. Christ won. Y'all haven't seen it? I saw it. That was a church victory, okay? Now pay attention. You've been following Jesus instead of letting Jesus lead you.
That's the whole he's my savior, but not my Lord thing. Okay.
Watch it, Bishop. Watch it, Bishop. You hit me in the stomach.
Jesus.
Come on now.
When you ready to cuss me out, when you ready to cuss out your husband, cuss out your wife, when you ready to go upside my head because something I said disagree with me, that's when you're supposed to let Jesus lead you. You hear me? Yolanda Deshita.
I lost my What Would Jesus Do bracelet. I lost it.
There's a difference between following, and what Grace said. I said, oh, you my savior. Thank you for keeping me out of hell. But Teresa got me messed up. Hold on, Jesus. I'm fit to put her in her place. That's what we not gonna do.
In other words, I'm gonna put my Holy Ghost aside.
Yeah. Go on, move aside real quick. Come on. Come on, Sheena, go ahead.
Okay, I have a question because I was talking to one of my friends, and she's Christian, about some stuff. But so tell me if I'm wrong, because I know the Bible. I used to be Christian a long time ago, all that stuff, but I'm not sure about some things. So isn't it true that if it's true that everybody sins every day, there's no perfect person. Their thoughts are considered a sin, and all sins are equal except for a few. No, suicide, blasphemy, those things. So wouldn't it be the same to just damn do it?
I don't know, would it be the same if what?
If you wake up every day wanting to kill somebody, either kill them or leave.
That's all. It's all sin. Yeah. If you do it or don't do it. If you do it or don't do it, it's the same thing.
Okay.
According to Christian beliefs, if you do it or don't do it, you still done it.
Okay.
You're thinking it.
So even thinking about having an abortion, and you're really, really wanting to have an abortion, and you don't want this thing that's not living yet inside of you. You don't want to carry it to fruition, and you thinking about it every day. Every day. You regret having it for you. So you're sinning every day for 9 months instead of just doing it that one time. Isn't that?
Yes, absolutely. That's 100. I can't disagree with that due to Christian belief. That's exactly what's said. Here's what's been funny about what I've been seeing. I've been seeing people in the comments say abortion is a sin. And it's funny because sinners have been calling out sin. Did that not make sense? Because you sleeping with the deacon was a sin too. We ain't had no police for that. You not paying them tithes or whatever you want to say, right? It's a sin. You clocking in 15 minutes early and making sure you clock out 15 minutes late, and you do that for a full 5 days, and you do it for the next 5 days. So your 2-week paycheck can have 5 hours overtime, so you can get that extra $100, that's a sin. That's called theft. Just so you know. Just to be clear, that is theft. Now, whether you Roe versus Wade or not, that's up to you. Of course, you know how I feel about it. I'm big on women's rights. However, I will tell you this. As long as you are correcting people, I can guess how much money you got in your bank account. Because correction is a vibration. That vibration says, I'm alone. I know better. No one else does. And you're praying for a financial breakthrough with the vibration of a financial breakdown. Go ahead, Yolanda.
Watch it.
Wow, that was, I don't know. I'm trying to remember what I was going to out for that. But
that's all good.
One of the things that that was my question. How do you know for success that you were meant for the success thing? Because I think that's one of the problems that I have is that back and forth kind of thing of, the desire, like being, like you said, with Queen Chichi, you had to, actually confront and say, yes, I do want to be this, that. And then the thought of, am I supposed to do this or have this or whatever?